Just got out of the shower. This is X Games Apsen 2023 men's ski big air. If you guys managed to catch the women's ski big air comp that happened a couple days ago, it was absolutely insane. Megan Oldman stomped a triple cork 1440, the first one ever thrown by a woman. Managed to tweak out Weddle during the entirety of that stunt as well, earning herself a perfect 50 out of 50 score. Also managed to get gold in slopestyle. Just killing it. Popping back to the men's side, here's the start list. Look at that talent. Teal Harley, no stranger to X Games Big Air, got bronze in this event last year for throwing some of the most unique rotations in the sport. T-Pod coming out of the United States. Antoine Adelise coming off an ACL tear last year. His knee was completely blown out and he's already competing once again. Edouard Theriot, I think is how you pronounce his last name, making his second X Games appearance and he's only 18 years young. Matej Svensson, one of the best in the business to ever do it. Mac Forehand out of the United States coming off a second place win at this event last year, earned himself a silver medal for some heavy stunts. Bark Rude, just as good on a snowboard as he is on a pair of twigs. This man can triple cork a snowboard and a pair of skis. Alex Hall got the gold medal last year for tossing the world's first switch double cork 2160 Buick grab.
Alex Hall is doing it!
No idea how the sport goes up from here, but let's get after it. First one to drop in, Teal Harley, 26 years young, out of Canada, skis for Atomic Skis, and again, known for doing some of the most unique rotations in the sport. Popping in switch for his first hit. Oh, yeah, so sick. There it is again. He tossed that trick in last year's X Games Big Air. It earned him a bronze medal. That's a switch triple cork 1440, but he sets it like he's doing a 1620, 4.5 spins, but he's able to somehow open up his hips, open up his legs mid-rotation, and hold out at 1440. 3 flips, 4 full spins on that one. Absolutely insane. Next up, making his X Games debut at only 18 years old, this is T-Pod, skiing for Monster in K2, dropping him forward here.
Get a big air and destroy Pommelsek.
Oh,
T-Pod. Perfect.
Imagine a day and age where the first trick you throw in a big air competition is a triple cork 1800. You'll watch him get inverted 3 times here while simultaneously doing 5 full spins while also yanking on that mute grab there, trailing Weddle. He's grabbing the outside edge of his opposite ski above the knee. You can call that a mute Weddle. Dude, it's nuts. Next up, don't see a name tag, but I think this is Antoine Adelise coming in for his first hit.
Does own the gold medal in this event.
Oh, Antoine. Wow, Antoine Adelise, known for doing some of the biggest grab combinations and huge rotations. That was a right side triple 14, 3 flips, 4 360s, but watch the grabs. Just slightly missing that trailing mute, but then swaps over to a trailing safety grab. He's grabbing the ski right underneath the boot. Opens up at 1440 there. Could probably take that to 1620, but dude, imagine staring at a 100-foot jump, going for that stunt after blowing your knee out 300 days ago. These guys are nuts. Next up, we got the young gun, Edouard, coming in for his first hit, going left side triple cork 1620. One of the sickest axes I've ever seen hit.
Somebody do that rotation.
3 dome dips, 4.5 spins, but watch how he chucks it. Goes cork 3, instantly locks onto that safety grab, spins a cork 7, and then goes for a cork 5. You don't see people tossing trip 16s like that. That is so nice on the eyes. Oh, wow. Next up, Matej Svensson, one of the best to ever do it, and he's only 18 years old. At his age, I couldn't even count my colors straight.
Oh boy, hold your horses. This is one of the most fun athletes to watch.
No! Dude, he landed too perfectly for his own liking, so he had to take a humble beating on the ski out there. Slightly slipping out, but he landed perfectly, so that shouldn't hurt his score. Left side double cork, 1980. Biggest rotation we've seen of the contest so far. Did he get nosebud on that as well? Oh, you can see some little chunder chafe right there. Yeah, that was a nosebud dub 19. Nosebudder, you're cooking in faster than Tom Cruise in an F-18 and doing a full 180 on the jump before you have to pop out and complete 5 more rotations off the noses of your ski. Managed to lock on the inside edge of his opposite ski below the knee as well. We call that a Japan grab. Textbook landing. Matej. Oh, honey.
43, we didn't see his score.
Representing Red Bull in faction, this is Mac Forehand coming in for his first hit switch.
Oh, Mac.
Oh. Oh. Switch left side triple cork 1620 was on a really flippy axis as well. You could almost call that a rodeo instead of a cork, a switch triple rodeo 16. He almost sets switch double rodeo 10 and then pulls around, unravels that last 540 to make it a 1620, 4.5 full spins. And you can see him locking onto that grab the entire time. His pull almost got yeeted in between his groin there. Look at that. Still locked and loaded at 1440. Barely gets it around. On the last 90, he's managed to pull it around. No way. Wow. Next up, Burke Rude, one of the whirliest and twirliest skiers out there. Again, one of the few people that can actually triple a snowboard and a pair of twigs.
Rude.
How do we get to a place where a left side dub bio 19 is the first stunt you're throwing? He's throwing a different axis than all the other athletes so far. He's hitting a bio axis, we call it, which is a forward off axis rotation. So you can kind of picture doing 2 front flips, little slightly off axis front flips, and spinning 5.5 times. Also locked onto that mute grab the entirety of the stunt, which is so difficult to do. It's one thing to yeah, getting the smooch. That one deserved a smooch. And if you hear other athletes talk about Burke, it's hilarious. Usually he's on the sidelines eating a bucket of cashews instead of doing practice runs. You'll maybe see him drop in and do a couple practice runs versus the other athletes that are going in for 5 or 8 hits. Him, he gets a couple in, does his trick he wants to do, and then just rests up for the entirety of the comp. Alex Hall, cork 1. Cork 1 on a jump that is nearly 100 feet.
Oh, okay.
You're not seeing him toss an 18 and 1980, you're seeing him toss half a rotation. Which, according to Newton's laws of physics, to throw that trick off axis, it doesn't coincide, man. He basically told that physicist to frig off right there. But in reality, if you actually want to break it down, every reaction has an equal and opposite reaction. And he perfectly shows that here. Watch the kick out. Sets cork 360, wants to hold it at 180, so he kicks his feet out in the opposite direction. So the opposite reaction is him coming back in the opposite direction to land it perfectly switched. But you don't got to toss 1980s to get a big score in this event. You can toss a cork 1, which is debatably harder. Wow, this is Teal Harley coming in for his second hit. Sets a left side triple cork 1800. But he holds it at 1620. My tear ducts are actually getting fully swole here. Watch that. Pops over to 720. Now he's at 1080. And then he's going to open up. Oh, right at 1440 to hold it at 1620. Nobody can do that, to have that proper amount of air sense, to know where you are in the air, to open up, to stop the rotation midpoint. Dude, only Teal Harley. Sweet baby cheese, that's a 47. Back up to the top, this is T-Pod.
Detroit Podlesack.
Oh Lord, have mercy on these boys. Next up, Antoine Adelise lining up, one of the few people you see on Solomon Twigs.
Right now with that 24.
Oh. Again, coming off such a massive injury, and it doesn't look like he took a single day off. He didn't pull around the 1620 there, but locked on one of the most tweaked mute grabs seen in the entire sport. I want to see a replay on that one. They didn't show slow-mo because he didn't land it, but look at him reef on it. Think he managed to get a dub mute there, so he also locked on his left hand to his ski. So difficult to do, to close up that shoulder when you're going for a huge rotation. Next up, this is Edouard.
Get these scores, Tom.
Oh,
enjoy.
Oh, goodness gracious. Switched up bio 18. That is not all right. Like, picture this backwards. 100-foot jump behind me. Have to pop over my shoulder, complete 2 flips while simultaneously spinning 5 times, and then trying to find my ski in midair to hold on to it to give me some comfort that I'm not going to fall on my back and shatter every bone in my body. That's what that man just completed. And that is a human being. This is not some fake narrative set up by Michael Bay. This is not some gross little CGI element that James Cameron has created to belittle us. This is an actual human being. Holy cow. Next up, Matej coming off the nosebud. Double cork 1980 on his first run. Dropping in switch for his second. Oh, please, no. Oh!
Matej sponsor.
Mac forehand coming in for seconds. Oh, trying to improve upon the 1620, taking it all the way to 1800. That's another half spin, another 180 more than the 1620 we saw in the previous stunt. Wow. Count the rotations. There's 1, there's 2, holding the Japan grab. There's 3, that's 1080. Pulls it around to 1440, and then 1 more to pull it all the way around to an 1800. Switch triple 1800.
See where he lands. I mean, that's past the bottom blue die line.
Next up, this is Burke Rude.
Here for 10 to switch.
Oh! Berggruen going 1980 as well. Second 19 we've seen of the whole contest, but he's doing it on a triple. Versus Matej, we saw doing the double. Look at this left side triple cork. 1980, already at 720, pulls it around 1080, 1440, 1800, opens up one more time to get that half rotation around to 1980. Textbook landing.
Oh, yeah!
Troy coming in for his third hit.
Spinning tonight. Let's see if he can bring out that 1980.
Oh, honey! Almost a straight up single 19 on that one. A lot of the times you see guys do doubles, triples in their big rotations, because when you do more flips and a spin, it is much easier to get that big rotation around. But you can't even see him go for a dub or a triple in that. That was one single slight dome dip. You don't see people going for straight single 19s. Really nose heavy on the landing, so that's not going to score him well at all. But if he's able to put that one down clean, that's going to score higher than a dub or a trip instantly. Antoine Adelise coming in run 3.
Yeah, just crazy to do your first competition back. Oh!
Going quad? Hopefully he's okay again. Tearing his ACL just 300 days ago, and he's ready to go for quad. That might be it for Antoine, unfortunately, but what a wild journey. It's a huge victory for him to come off of surgery, go through a year's worth of rehab, and come out and compete at the world's biggest big air event. Always terrifying to follow up a heavy fall because it reminds you, your brain says, oh wow, you can actually hurt yourself doing this. But Edouard's dropping in for his third hit.
Then the talk is, which trick do you go back to replacing? Okay.
1980. The greasiest, that's probably the nicest left side triple 19 I've ever seen in my entire lifetime. I'm gonna sit here and bawl my eyes out. Look at that. 1, 720, 1080, 1440. 1800. This guy is only 18. What were you doing at 18 years old? I was still trying to memorize Roy G. Biv, honey. The colors of the rainbow ain't easy to do. Is he doing up his boot? Tightening the boot, popping over switch. Still going switch quad, probably. No. Oh, wow. Switch quad, 1800, 4 flips after going off the jump backwards. He's amped. Even did the boot up before takeoff to get some brownie points. Did not think he was going to get that around. Just barely quad. Really flippy on the last fourth there. But a lot of you guys don't really see the dome dips. And they're very slight in his quad. At least the third dome dip was very slight, so you could debatably call that a triple. But seeing how his skis go in that switch cork axis 4 unique times, even though there wasn't a proper dome dip, I would still call that switch quad 18 any time of the week.
Hey, so there you go, a 37 there. It's
back forehand coming in for run 3, also competing at slope style this year. Known for one of the best stale grabs in the entire industry. That was wild. Left side double cork 19. What have we seen, like 4 19s, 5 19s already? You gotta hydrate. So he's grabbing stale on this one, which is grabbing the outside edge of your opposite ski. So he really reefs that shoulder all the way around to grab that opposite ski. And by doing that, that opens up his body more to get that rotation around easier. So even though stale is a really difficult grab, and especially if you go Cuban and grab that tip-top tail of your ski, it does help him get that rotation around.
as easy as somebody can make it look.
Berggruen giving us a deep breath up top. Very rarely do you see this guy get the heebie-jeebies. Hopping over switch. Think he might go for the 21. Yeah. Oh, maybe not. Got the switch left side 1980. Looks like he went mute and then popped over to a safety. Might have got the pop run or the snap run at the top there. What happened? Yeah, see, he went for mute, missed it, and then went all the way down to safety. Think he wanted to go switch trip 21, but since he missed the grab, that kind of made him fumble, so he decides midair while he's spinning 40-odd thousand feet up, he says, man, we'll just take it to 1980, easy as that. Back in the days of Moses, Noah took 2 of every animal on his yacht, but fast forward to 2023, you'd have to make sure these boys have a spot. Can't risk losing this talent. This is Teal Harley coming in for his third hit. 4th hit, sorry, coming in switch triple 18 once again.
Oh, he does.
D-Pod struggling with the 1980s, but looks like he's popping in switch. Getting rid of that 19, going switch double misty 1980. Oh! Look out! Man, I don't know if that was totally misty. It was probably more bio. A misty is a flippier trick. A bio is more on axis. We'll see here. He pops over his shoulder. Yeah, I'd call that switch dub bio. 1980. Again, popping over his shoulders, so instead of doing a switch cork, he takes it on a different axis, which again requires him to pop over that shoulder and complete 5.5 spins. You don't see a lot of people tossing switch dub bios in a big air contest because they're really difficult and terrifying.
He ends up with a 42, so that helps out his cause.
Oh, wow. Wow, he's not done. After falling off the Burj Khalifa, he comes back up for another hit, coming in switch, saying goodbye to the quads, it looks like.
The signature move for Antoine, the switch, triple 1440.
Only got 8 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock here, so we might see, I think maybe 2, possibly 3 more runs, probably 2, but we got Edward coming in for run 4. Oh, quad 1620. Wow, even got the full-on pole plant off the lip of the jump there. Obviously, that helps him get into that quad 16 axis. Not managing to pull that one through, but dude, he's thanking God he's still alive. Please give us a replay. Come on, they only do it if it's a make. That was nuts. Watch this pole plant. Mac Forehand lining up for run 4, currently 6 points down from first place here, tying first place. He has the 2160. See if he chucks it. Stop. Oh, no.
Mac Forehand.
So close to getting the 2160 around. He can't even believe he's still on 2 feet. Left side dub 2160, 6 full 360s. If you're wondering how they know where they are in the air at 6 spins, man, they don't. They're just praying to the good Lord that they come and land on their skis.
Before here, he flips out and goes to switch. Instead, he twists his head and...
Just a little bit forward heavy there. If he rotates it maybe a bit quicker, he'll be able to get that around. I don't even want to see him do it because that's just... Dude, the fact that that man needs to toss a dub 21 to get a gold medal? Dude, please don't. Man, just let him toss a 3 and let these boys get home to their wives. Oh!
Okay.
Bark Rouge slipping out on the switch trip 21. He looks so chill about it as well. I'd be flipping tits if I went for that. So that's different than Mac Forehand's 21 because, again, not only is Burke coming off the jump backwards, but he's also doing a triple to get that 2160 around. So he's doing 3 flips. And he's going for that trail in Weddle there. So impressive that he's able to hold on to that grab the entire time. And he's tweaking on it. So insane how the binding allows him to tweak it that hard. Little bit nose heavy, but he got the rotation entirely around there. He's got time for another run, maybe 2 to get that stomped.
We're at the 5-minute mark here.
All right, next up we got Alex Hall. See if he wants to go for that same dub 14 nose butter. Yeah, it looks like he's dropping in switch to go for that same switch dub 14.
Go watch.
Yeah, there it is.
The knuckle here.
Oh!
Okay.
That is ridiculous. I know it doesn't look like as crazy as a switch trip 21, but this man needs to get the exact amount of speed to hit the knoll, the knuckle of that jump, plant his noses, and get that switch 360 out. The amount of dexterity on that trick, dude, I'll say it again, probably more difficult than a C-section. If you come up short, man, and actually hit the table of that jump, you are blowing out every single meniscus known in your body.
Win-to-win mentality that we saw from him last year.
Edouard got the 45 for the triple 19, has to improve upon the 38 if he wants a shot at the podium.
3, 3, 3, oh, go!
Giving us the salute that he's all good and blasted. Oh, cannot wait to see more from this guy. That is absolutely insane. Matei coming in last run.
The set and the quadruple. This one's all the way.
Oh, man. Wheezing it out there. Getting the switch 1800. More triple than quad, but still the axis that he's throwing on it has been unseen from any of the other athletes here. That's totally unique to him. Watch how he chucks it. Oh, that's 1 dome dip. That's 2. Doesn't really get the 3rd, but gets the 3rd at the end there, so it isn't a quad. I definitely call that like a switch trip 18, but again, the axis is so tight.
Amazing safety grab, held the whole way. Let's see this landing, no hands down.
Got Mac Forehand and Burke Root up next. Both are going for 2160s. If they land it, can easily move up into first place.
This is right now, going 2160. Can he get it?
Oh, wow. Totally stop. Left side double cork, 2160, 6 full rotations, 2 flips, and locks on a stale.
He's still up there with Teal.
I'm going to get 30-odd noise complaints for that one, but Dude, a forward dub 21. Don't know if a forward dub 21's ever been done. We've seen switch dub 21's done before, but definitely have never seen a dub 21 stale. Look how close he gets to that tail as well. Just hugging on that ski, praying he gets the 2160. Spots the landing, has enough time to open up and stomp the landing.
Absolutely astounding.
I mean, it's one thing to pop a world's first at X Games Big Air like we saw like Megan Oldman did when she did the triple 14 at Women's Ski Big Air. But to get a perfect 50, you also have to execute it perfectly, and that's what he did right there. The landing, the takeoff, the grab, everything in the rotation, scream perfection. Well deserving of a 50. Burke Rude, though, not sure what he needs to get to move up to first place. I don't know if his other score would allow him to. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to, so he's only going to be able to secure a second place, tie for second place if he gets to switch 21 here.
Wants a 2162, he doesn't
want Burke Rude, honey, stop! Switch triple cork 2160 trail and mute. And the landing was as saucy as it gets. That's saucier than the bolognese I made last Tuesday. He doesn't even seem stoked. He's just laughing a little bit saying, yeah, it was a walk in the park, honey. Look at this, carving up, switch left, huge set. There's the 360, grabs on at 540, misses the grab slightly, manages to get back on it, still goes for the 2160, you're kidding. Missed the grab midair, managed to find it in the air still, and continue the rotation to take it to 21. You're kidding. I don't know if that will score a perfect 50 just because of that slight mishap. But we better see that man get on the podium for that one.
Oh, I mean...
Yeah, see 48, docking him 2 points. 2 points for that little mishap on the hand. Makes sense, though, giving him third place for that one. That's your final roster, unless Alex Hall comes out with some sort of quad 2340.
Wrapping us up here.
I joke about it a lot, and it's kind of a hyperbole, but dude, literally falling out of the Burj Khalifa here. If he manages to go a little bit slightly back and land on the table, his knees are getting blown out. Femurs snapped in half. So to actually aim for that first line and get a 180 out, some sort of rotation out, you gotta be nuts. And there's the finals, man. Mac Forehand taking home a gold medal, which is so sick to see, especially since he got silver at the same event last year. Coming in, getting the gold. Love to see it. Teal Harley getting second position, absolutely deserved, and Burke Rude with the bronze.